It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And the biggest story going into this week is how is Russell Wilson going to perform after all this time off? Well, boys and girls, I think the Steelers faithful got their answer. And the game pretty much went the way I expected it to go. I expected a very, very slow start. I don't know what it is with us in slow starts, but that's something that we really need to break ourselves of. But hey, I guess slow starts mean a very, very strong finish, and that seems like the Steelers' formula. It's been that way for like the last decade or so. But let's talk about it. The good, the bad, and where we go from here. Let's do the bad first, because there's not really much to talk about. Well, besides the slow starts, the only real bad thing I saw was a few of the miscues from the offense. I mean, we have to get up to a different speed. That's why there was a lot of miscommunication, a few drop passes, a few overthrows and underthrows by Russell Wilson himself. So the receivers, they needed time to adjust. And also, the way that the O-line looked kind of sloppy in the first half. That's really the only complaint I have from the offensive side of the ball. And the secondary only looked sloppy in the first half. Well, maybe just the first quarter. But boy, oh boy, did they make up for it. 2 takeaways and a blocked punt, or excuse me, a blocked field goal from special teams. It don't get better than that. But now let's talk about the good, because I can talk about the good all day long. First and foremost, Russell Wilson, Chef Russ was back for this game. He cooked. It took him a while to get going, but he cooked. Second, Najee has looked better in the last couple of weeks than I've seen him look in a long time. And there's people from the Steelers faithful that was actually calling for Najee to get bent for Jaylen Warren. And speaking of Jaylen Warren looked pretty damn good too, because now we have a good idea how to use him. Now I can only wait until Cordell Patterson comes back. When Cordell Patterson comes back, we'll really be cooking. And also a lot of the Steelers faithful is saying that we need a consistent number 2 wide receiver, because Van Jefferson's good, but he ain't it. He's only good on certain plays. Calvin Austin, he's a slot guy, a speedy slot guy, and a punt returner, so he's not it. But George Pickens, and a lot of people were saying that George Pickens has had a crappy attitude and he hasn't been a team player lately. But that George Pickens-Russell Wilson connection cannot be denied. George Pickens is damn near impossible to beat one-on-one. And it takes a quarterback like Russell Wilson to bring that out of him. But the Jets actually gave us some pretty damn good competition in the first half. But the Steelers' defense showed up and put us in pretty good field position. And, Aaron Rodgers, he's always going to be one of the GOATs. But, he didn't look like himself. He pretty much ran out of gas. And you can kind of give the Jets a pass on the defensive side of the ball since they were missing a lot of people due to injury. But, hey, I'll take the dub. Now, where do we go from here? We have our Week 8 game against the New York Giants, and then we've got the bye week. Who starts next week? I say you go with, this might be bold, but I say you go with Justin Fields and then let them both rest, and then as the game get harder, then you start Russell Wilson. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Hell of a game. We'll see the New York Giants next week. Peace out.